have the well-known 100% disk usage problem? Don't panic, it happened to me once, and there are plenty of tricks to fix all this. They will be easy steps, and then at the end a little pro trick, so watch the video until the end. And now let's start immediately. The very first thing that we can try is to disable all the application from the starting app section, and in order to do that, right-click and then select disable. You can also see how fast is the BIOS to boot. It's just always good to know where to find it. 95% of the time this is not enough. Well, we can try to open the Run tab holding the combo of R and the Windows button, or you can also right-click on the Windows icon at the bottom left corner of the desktop and then select Run. We have to digitservices.msc. And now basically what we are going to do is to search a few services that are the major causes of high disk usages. It's very important that you disable only the ones in the list that you see on screen. By the way, make sure to apply all the changes before closing the tab. At this point, you can also disable the print spooler if, like me, you do not use any print with the PC that we're using. Personally, I've disabled every Google automatic update like I've done with Windows Defender, because a lot of times in the background some software are running and looking for updates, and this can create instability and high CPU or disk usages. Once all these services have been stopped and disabled, now we're going to open File Explorer and find our main disk. Right-click on it and open Properties. It doesn't matter whether you're using a hard disk or an SSD. If you have more than one SSD, I recommend keeping only the one with your operating system connected first. Check if the problem appears there. And if not, reconnect the other drives one at a time and monitor the disk usage from the Task Manager. Once we've figured out which drive is causing the issue, open its properties. Then, under the Tools tab, click on both Optimize and Check. These two options can help fix possible file system errors and improve performance. Once we click on Optimize, the first thing we're going to do is turn off the scheduled optimization. That's because, just like before, it's another background process that constantly checks whether your drive needs optimization, and that can slow things down. Disabling it simply means you'll need to run optimization manually from time to time, which is totally fine. After turning it off, you can go ahead and optimize the disk if it's necessary. Now, let's move on and run the error checking tool as an administrator. This will scan your disk and let you know if everything is working properly. This Windows tool will detect any errors on your disk and try to fix them automatically. However, it doesn't always work perfectly. It's more of a quick scan, so sometimes it can miss deeper issues. Now it's time for our pro trick, and of course, to make it a real one, we'll be using the command prompt. As always, make sure to open CMD as an administrator and double check that you're in the same directory as me, c:\windows\system32. Now go ahead and enter the command you see on the screen, and make sure to type it exactly as shown, paying attention to every single space before each slash. It's really important that the syntax is correct, otherwise the command might not work properly. What this command does is run a very deep and powerful scan of your disk, much more detailed than the standard Windows check we did earlier. In fact, this is the same type of scan that Windows uses internally during a factory reset, which means it's capable of detecting even the smallest issues that might affect your drive's performance. That's why I always recommend running it before you even think about resetting your PC. A factory reset should always be your last resort, because it wipes all your settings and data. So if there's a way to fix the problem without doing that, it's absolutely worth trying first. Once this first scan is complete, and keep in mind it might take a while depending on the size of your drive, we can move on to the second command, which you can also see on the screen. This one will start another loading process, but this time it's not just checking, it's actively trying to repair any corrupted files, bad sectors, or system inconsistencies that could be causing your 100% disk usage problem. Be patient during this step. It can take anywhere from a few minutes to even an hour depending on your system. But once it's done, there's just one final command left to run. Type the third command you see on the screen and press enter. This last step will finalize the process and ensure that all the changes we made are fully applied to your system. When it's finished, go ahead and restart your computer to make sure everything takes effect properly. At this point, Your PC should be running much smoother than before. To verify that the issue is gone, open your Task Manager again, and if everything went well, your disk usage should now be back to normal levels, usually below 10 or 20% when idle. If, for some reason, your usage is still high, don't worry. There can be specific cases depending on hardware, drivers, or background services. So feel free to ask for help in the comments, and I'll be happy to do my best to guide you through a more advanced fix. I really hope this video helped you understand what's behind the 100% disk usage problem and how to solve it step by step. If you found it useful, please take a second to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep creating tutorials like this one and share more tips with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.